Hi again. So I'm now working on the other side. Also, you'll see I have a couple of skewers here, lifting up one of the edges for the cords to go through. Um, it's because of the glue, it's a little tougher to get them in. Also, I had already tooled a salamander under here, which was this little dude. I didn't put the orchid only because I think I'm going to put a face on here. I've been keeping this in the fridge cased in a plastic bag. I re-moisten everything. Well, this side I haven't re-moistened because I'm done with this. I finally finished this part. You can see where it's getting really light. And that means that also not as the surface of the leather getting dry, but the animal hide glue is now starting to harden. So, you don't want to harden until you're done. So I've pretty much been keeping this side wet, the top wet, the side wet. This one, I'll probably keep it a little bit more wet just because I want to get the face on there and maybe do a tiny bit of tooling up here, and I'll retouch up my little salamander when I pull these out. I might stretch it also a little bit more just so I can really make sure my cords get through there really well. I could have used a dowel or a thick piece of leather, like just a little thong thing that you would stick in to keep them pulled out. And I push with the spoon or some in here. You can see it more here than you can here. So, and it's cut through 2 layers. The outer casing part is what you cut through. So I have them marked on here and here. I haven't actually figured out what I'm doing on this side yet. I didn't get to that point. So at some point I'm going to need to do something. I just don't know what yet. Anyway, I'm going to actually go ahead and just re-wet this one side just to protect it so that it doesn't dry out on me. And also with that said, you can see sort of a ghost image that I've traced on here. One thing I did want to talk a little bit about is how I transfer my image. Personally, it drives me crazy when I have to draw on like tracing paper or whatever, and I found one way to really make this work, which is I take whatever I'm drawing on, and I use packaging tape to seal both sides, not just one side. It prevents the pencil or stylus like this from pushing through, which I hate, and it gives a nice line definition, but not too distinct, so you can still adjust if you need to or anything like that. I just hold it in place because this is, it's laminated at this point, so it's got a nice stiffness. It won't crumple up on you while you're tracing and everything. So I'm going to do the flowers first. As you saw, I wet up here. Keeping that wet, I'll be doing the East Kingdom Tiger on top when I'm done. But for now, what I do want to do is cut out some of the image here. I'm doing this technique a little bit differently only because I'm trying to show how various things might have been done. There's evidence of cut work and tooling with a background, so I am just going to go through and I will make my cut marks, and at this point I'll probably start fast forwarding so you guys can just see this without having to be like, oh my god, she's talking through the whole thing.